Hello and welcome. This is Kimberly Swanson, licensed psychotherapist, and I wanted to go over some more things about mental health issues. And right now, we're talking about anxiety disorders. Um, Anxiety disorders is like a general term, but people don't realize there are different types and kinds of anxiety. Uh, One of the things that there's several of them we'll go over right now in this particular video. So one of the first things that a person may experience, one of the ones is panic disorder. This is when you have reoccurring panic attacks that occurs unexpectedly. Some people have triggers and know their triggers for their panic attacks, while others may not. Sometimes they can figure it out over a period of time by um, having a journal. Sometimes keeping up with a journal is key to better understanding your anxiety, and those are also available as well. Um, so, um, these are some of the things that you may want to consider when you're dealing with a panic attack. May do another video about panic attacks and how to deal with panic attacks. But as far as panic attacks, there's usually a trigger sometimes, and some people don't know. And sometimes with careful research and journaling, you can figure it out over a period of time sometimes. Also, it depends on the person. The next one is about phobias. Um, some people have excessive fear of different objects, situations, activities, and it can be any numerous of things. Some people might have fear of driving, fear of swimming or water. These are some examples of different types of phobias. Some people are even afraid of heights or flying in planes. And these are done through cognitive behavior therapy. Talk therapy is also really good for phobias. And also, a person can go through exposure therapy. Exposure therapy is also a good way of coping and healing with phobias. Another type of anxiety disorder is social anxiety disorder. Now, with social anxiety disorder, this is an extreme fear of being around others in social situations. So this is also another type of anxiety, and sometimes some people who are, tend to be agoraphobic, might want to be alone and prefer not to be around crowds. Sometimes they display this type of disorder as well in some cases. Another example is obsessive compulsive disorder. This means that you have reoccurring irrational thoughts that lead you to perform repeat behaviors. Sometimes a person may double check things because, like example, the door, irrational thoughts that leads to these things, and they can have different types of triggers, to be obsessive and compulsive, like excessive cleaning because of being afraid of germs, or constantly checking the door because of fear of being robbed. These are some of these, an example of this particular type of mental health condition. Another one is separation anxiety. We see this a lot with children. This happens when you fear being away from home or loved ones. You see this a lot with children, even adults, and even with animals, pets, when they fear being away from their owner, or a child that's fear of being away from their parents. That's first day of school. We see that a lot. Another example is illness, anxiety disorder. This anxiety about health, formerly called hypochondria. Um, this is another anxiety that some people have when they're dealing with any worry about being sick. Maybe they've been lost a loved one from a condition, and they worry about having that same condition and start developing an illness anxiety disorder. It can come from different reasons, and I've seen it in various situations. But these are the ones that I'm going to discuss for today. Sometimes there's another one called generalized anxiety disorder. That is a very common one that's given for people who have a mixture or blended different disorders all rolled up in one, and so they call it generalized, as a whole. But yeah, these are the types of anxiety disorders. Don't forget to continue to binge watch our videos, and there's more to come. Peace. Bye-bye.